All right, here we go. Good morning. It's Thursday. Right now it is 8:52, almost 8:53. I have some guests in studio. I'm going to kick us on the FM. If you're watching on Facebook, share this out. Let me know what you got going on. If you're going back and listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your streaming podcast service from, then you can also let me know what you got going on. You can text me 346-704-1806. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy, and I have some guests in studio. I got Amy and Wendy, and we're going to be talking about Heart Month, the American Heart Association, and a very cool opportunity, I think, where everybody can go and support the association as well. How are y'all doing today?
We're great.
Yeah, doing great. Thank you for having us.
Of course, I'm glad that y'all are here, and I've already I've met Amy. I met you before. You know, you're with Robinette. You do a lot in the community.
Yes,
Helped out at the birthday ball as well.
Yes.
So what do you got going on here? Like, what hat are you wearing today?
Today, I am here to for the American Heart Association. I am the speaker at the Go Red Luncheon that will be coming up on February the 21st.
Okay. How did you end up, having the opportunity to speak? Like, what story brought you to where you're going to be speaking there today?
So, unfortunately, I am the speaker because, I'm fortunate to be the speaker, but unfortunately, getting there was a little road. I had open heart surgery 9 months ago, and that changed a lot for me. In the past, I've been a guest at all the luncheons and, enjoyed it. And last year, I was sitting in the audience and realized I was having a lot of these symptoms, and from there it led to open heart surgery. Brought a lot of awareness to me.
Wow.
And
So they're going through information and signs and stuff, and you're kind of just going point by point and saying, hey, I relate a little too closely to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I had been having problems for a couple of months, and was just told it was anxiety and stuff. So when I heard the speaker, it was a little powerful for me. That day, leaving the luncheon, I went to the ER.
Wow. And Wendy, so what's your role with everything that's going on?
Well, I'm just here to make her look good.
She does.
I'm the chairman for the Go Red Luncheon. And what my job is to create an atmosphere and kind of like an even ebb and flow, if you will, of fun, education, and just make sure that the day goes nicely to prepare for her speech. And one of the things that we're doing this year is, a lot of times this luncheon is, and we're so grateful for it, is attended by the hospitals and things like that. Well, her story is so powerful because the speaker was what she's going to be doing. And we want to get as many people in the community there. So we've added 10 additional tables to our luncheon so that we can have individual tickets as well to have like the community be able to come in. And we still have limited tickets. And then we also have some sponsorship tables that are still available. But we want as many people that we can to come in and, hear Amy's story and possibly, save a life, because that's exactly what our speaker did last year.
Okay. So where is this event taking place and when is it?
It is February 21st. That is a Friday. And it is at South Shore Convention Center. They've been very gracious with us and worked with us to make sure that we have everything we need. And it is from 10:30 to 2.
10:30 to 2. South Shore, like the hotel, it's super nice.
Very.
And you know what I love about them is working with their people, and Kim is our liaison. It's so easy. Like, we went in there and, with a fundraiser, you want to make as much money as you can. And they have been so gracious with, hey, Wendy, if you do this, we can do that, and get us down to a price point where, we're not spending all the money for the ticket price. And they've just been so incredibly, good to work with. We're also doing another event with them with Go Red. And it's nice to have them support the community like they do.
Yeah. Wendy, why did you choose to get involved with Go Red and support the American Heart Association?
Well, I tell you, I've done a lot of philanthropy work, and I made a choice. I had a friend of mine who said, "Hey, Wendy, what are you passionate about?" And I was like, "Go, Heart Association and Texas Children." I have a grandson who was diagnosed with a heart condition when he was 5 days old, and he is now 6 years old, and he's a walking miracle. He's been on a protocol since he was 6 months. He was on the transplant list when he was 6 months, and he's now a status 7, which all that means to all of us is that he is a walking miracle. So it touches our family, it touches who we are, and how can you not get behind American Heart Association? Because there are so many people that are affected by heart disease. It doesn't matter, what age you are, male, female, race, it doesn't matter. It is a huge issue in the United States, just simply because it can be preventable. 80% of the people, or 80% of the people can survive because there's certain things that you can do with your lifestyle that can change that. And heart disease is the number one killer of all the cancers combined. Heart disease is still number one. And, with cancer, unfortunately, you have so many things that you have to do for, chemo and things like that. And I have such empathy for people that go for that because it's such a fight. Well, with heart disease, if you just do some simple changes in your life, you can prevent it. And that to me is huge.
Yes. Amy, whenever we were talking before we went on air, you mentioned that tomorrow there's a really cool thing, and y'all are both wearing and rocking the red today, by the way.
Rock the red.
So it's February. The entire month is Heart Month. Yep. So there's something going on tomorrow for awareness. What's going on?
Tomorrow is the Wear Red Day for American Heart Association, and that is nationwide. So February 7th, everybody, it just brings awareness, just keep your, thoughts with everyone that is going through problems with heart, and they also encourage to make donations. I know at Robinette and Company we're going to do a little something special tomorrow for people coming in wearing red when they purchase things. So we'll have all of our red on.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, you don't really expect that. You mentioned, Wendy, how your grandson, he was 5 years old.
5 days old.
5 days old. Yeah. 5 days old now. He's
6. Yes.
He's 6 now. So you don't expect somebody, that young, like a baby, to go through that stuff. And how do you prepare? I mean, do you just come together and lean on family?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say it was instant. You felt helpless.
Right.
And when you're, for me as a grandmother, I am someone who's like, well, let's just fix it. Let's get in there. Let's do what we got to do.
Yeah.
And when you're not prepared or you're not educated on the situation, you feel so hopeless. But, he was at Texas Children, and they are a wonderful hospital. And like you said, they go, okay, we do this, this, and this, and he can live a normal life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, to me, I mean, you can't prepare yourself. But what I want to do with Go Red in this luncheon is education. And I know that's very important for Amy, is the more you know and you're prepared and you're able to face it, and you can possibly prevent it. Now, with his, we couldn't. But for Amy, that's something that could have been prevented.
Yes. Amy, you said you were sitting down in a luncheon, kind of hearing all, what the speaker was talking about. Mm-hmm. And then you went and got checked out. I mean, what kind of process did you go through? Like, is this real? Did you kind of feel like hopeless, or like, no, we're going to knock this out? What did that look like?
Well, that day I was not diagnosed. So at the hospital, that's a whole other story.
Wow.
And I went several times and was tested. I just didn't give up. I knew something was not right. And so I persisted and kept on with things because it just wasn't right. But the lady that was speaking and her symptoms and what she was going through to cope with her symptoms were what I was doing to cope with the symptoms that I was having at the time.
What were the symptoms, if you don't mind?
The symptoms that I was having, which I tell everyone, I know that there's a whole broad of of different symptoms. Mine were the feeling of anxiety. So I was feeling anxious. I couldn't sleep at night. And I mean, when can't sleep, it wasn't like, oh, I just can't fall asleep. My body was not allowing me to fall asleep. I would pace the hall back and forth in my hallway. It got to where I would get dizzy. I would get lightheaded. I was having chest pains, but I was cycling about 20 to 24 miles a day. And so I was told that was from my handlebars, from that.
And you would think being that active, it's like, oh, my heart is fine. I exercise all the time. I get my heart rate up. It sits at a good rate.
Right. 49 years old, never smoked. So I didn't have the classic symptoms. And I think that's what everyone thinks is that, you have to be overweight, you smoke, or you're old. And I never thought,
sorry.
Not any of those.
Yeah,
That's like...
And to be honest, when I went into the hospital and I had open heart surgery, when I had my surgery, there was a girl that was there that had open heart surgery a couple days before I did, and she was 23 years old. And so, there's something out there to educate people. There's definitely... We're trying to get that out there. That's what our message is.
Yeah, and you are only 9 months removed from open heart surgery.
Isn't that crazy?
That's insane. I mean, you came in a couple months ago, I think with Butler's Courtyard,
and we did the bridal show.
Yeah,
we did the bridal show.
And how long ago was that? Like November?
That was September.
September.
Yeah. So I was only a couple months out of surgery.
Yeah. How do you bounce back so quickly? And I know you're cycling again because I saw you post on social media.
Yeah, I didn't want to get down, and I didn't want to let that be, and my daughter says it in our interview, I didn't want that to be my scar. I didn't want that to be who I am. And, you can take all the medicines that the doctors prescribe to you, but the other part is up to me to be healthy and to continue on and to try to have a positive attitude. And I've turned that into volunteering for the American Heart Association.
All right. And we were talking about the Go Red Luncheon, February 21st at South Shore Harbor. Is there any other Go Red events that y'all do as well?
Oh my gosh,
Tonight.
absolutely. We have a couple of ways that you can participate and give money to the organization, and one of them is Open Your Heart. And so several different people have held events in honor of the Go Red, and that money goes directly to the Go Red Luncheon. And the one we're having tonight is over at Murray, and they called it Rock Your Red. So it's really cool. It's going to be tonight, and they are having wine tasting and a heart-healthy menu and jazz and art, and a percentage of all of that will go to our Open Your Heart for Go Red, and that's actually tonight. So if y'all have not been to Murray, it's amazing, and they're so generous with their time and talents, and we're just so excited that they chose to do this for Go Red.
Yeah, that's a really, really cool spot.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
I go next door to the Dickinson Barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy their barbecue as well.
Yeah.
I like whenever you go in a place and you get greeted, it feels like a Texas welcome. You
Right.
you walk
Absolutely.
in,
Yeah.
definitely, hey guys, how y'all doing? Come on
Right.
in, what you need? You've been here before, or whatever, and then they already know what you want to order.
Well,
like they ask if you've been here
it's a
before and they remember your
swing
order.
at the bar. I mean,
Yeah.
that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But also, I just wanted to touch base. We also have another way that you can participate, and that's your Circle of Red, which is everyone. This is not limited to women in a certain age. The Circle of Red is just a community that support and do things all year round for the Go Red organization. And you can go online, and it's the Bay Area GoRed.heart.org. And you can become a member for $1,000, and every bit of that money goes towards Go Red. So it's a fun little program and a fun event, and just to be able to get together and support each other and support the organization.
All right. So the Go Red Luncheon, how many have y'all been doing this for a while now? How many
Getting
years?
ready for
Well, like for the actual luncheon, I think y'all did one in the past, right?
15 years.
Yeah.
15. I think this is the 16th.
She's never
year.
been a chair, and I've never been a speaker.
So this is y'all first time being in this role,
It's
right?
our first rodeo.
Yes. Yes, it is our first rodeo.
Do y'all have a goal for how much money is going to be raised? Are you going to smash
Absolutely,
it?
absolutely.
This girl is awesome.
Okay, so my thing is when we get close to a goal, our goal changes and goes
Right.
more. They've set a goal for us for 200,000, and we're going to double it. I want to double it. And what we've done is we've done a lot of prep work, and so we're already there. So anything that we do above that is gravy, and we're so excited that we're going to be able to do that. The Heart Association gives $900,000 to the Bay Area for research and grants and things like that. And so the more that we can do, the more grants that can be produced. And what I love about it is, there's several different different opportunities, like the walk and the ball and things. So we just want to do our part to be able to, put a little bit more in the area.
Definitely. So whenever you have an event at South Shore Harbor, because I know they have a kitchen and stuff there, do they require or prefer you to use their food, or are you allowed to bring in Robinette or like other caterers?
We have to use their
That's what I
kitchen.
thought.
Yeah.
Even like dessert and everything?
You got it. Yeah.
Everything.
But
The rules are rules.
But we I went and met with them along with some a team member, and I wanted to say that we get to sit here and be on, or me especially gets to do the radio and all that kind of stuff and be the face of. But we have the most incredible group and team that's behind us.
Mm-hmm.
That they're like, it's not their first rodeo. I mean, they go in and it's just like clockwork, and they do things. But one of the things we did with South Shore, and they were very nice about it, is we, of course, need to have heart healthy. And I wanted it to be colorful and pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And they've done very, very well with that. But, we do love Robinettes.
Yes, I did too. Wendy, would you say you're a competitive person?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you remember or know how much money was raised last year?
$185,000.
So you had a goal of 200, and you already know going in.
We've already,
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
already got it.
Oh, yeah.
My goal is okay, and they're gonna laugh. My goal is always going to be 400.
400.
And I'm fortunate that I'll be the chairperson next year. And if we don't get it this year, we definitely will get it next year. But come on, guys, let's get it this year.
Yeah.
We have a meeting after this. They're all like,
Yeah, 400. We only, we did 100, which is still, that's a ton of money.
Oh,
That's
absolutely,
great, yeah.
absolutely.
But what's crazy is think about how many people are uneducated.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
still raise that much money. We still get out there into the communities. They're, very active in the schools, CPR and hydration stations and stuff like that in the school. But there's so many people that are still uneducated, about heart disease.
Yeah.
Tell them how that works in our area, that you can get the hydration and the CPR kits and stuff.
Do I know about that?
Okay, I do.
I was like, I
with
know
the
all the-
sponsors.
It's a quiz.
And with the sponsors,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, Amy, I didn't mean to do that to you.
Oh, no, you're good.
On the sponsorships, which we have amazing sponsors that help us to reach our goals, but at a certain level, like 5,000 and above, the Heart Association will come in and they'll teach your business CPR. They will also, if you choose to, they'll allow you to give, the Heart Association will give like a CPR kit to a school in the name of your business. So there's all kinds of ways that, you can get your name out for your business, but in the same way, educate.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, we've been talking about a lot of stuff, and one of the things that was mentioned earlier was like a heart healthy diet and food.
Mm-hmm.
What should people be eating if they want to have heart health?
My doctor is very much believes in like the keto diet.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of different things. I would say check with your physician if you really have had the heart thing. I don't want to give out a diet, but that's what my doctor is very, very much a believer in the keto diet. Sugar is always bad. Sodium is not well accepted in the heart community, but yeah.
Yeah. I guess those things change too. There's like
They
research
do.
and it's like,
They
well,
do.
we thought this was good, but not that much. And so they kind of change it, and it's good, continue doing research.
Well,
and,
salt and
Mhm.
sugar was like the big evil thing, and now they've gone, well, that's not that bad. It's really the sugar, which
And-
calcifies in your vessels, which can cause blockage.
Yeah. But it's always good to be active and just go get regular checkups and, monitor
Absolutely.
that stuff.
Absolutely.
Right now it is 9:12. a.m. This is KHEAradio.com, 99.5. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy. If you're watching on social media, feel free to smash the share button, put it in a talk group. Let me know what you got going on today. And then let me know if you are going to be attending the event that's taking place February 21st on a Friday at South Shore Harbor. If somebody hasn't made their plan to get there, or they want to get a ticket, where can they get a ticket, or how can they reach out to you guys to get involved?
Well, we have a website, and once again, it's the Bay Area. Is it Bay Area GoRed.heart.org. And Macy Osoria is our local liaison for Go Red, and she's very active in the community. A lot of people know her. So you can get with her as well, and that is Macy Osoria, and that's Osaria at Heart.
I was going to say on Facebook, there's the American Heart Association Bay Area, and you can go on there, and there's a bunch of different links. There's the link tomorrow for the Wear Red, and if you hashtag Wear Red Bay Area, they last year put some of that in the clips of their video at the luncheon. So that, and then the ticket sales are also, the link is on there. And then you can reach out to me if you.
Well, me too, but I'll send you somewhere, and I'll be happy to do that. But
I will send you somewhere. But
Macy Osoria, and that's Osoria at heart.org. I was right. I just needed to feel confident about it.
You knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know that after y'all leave this interview, y'all are going to a meeting.
Yes.
Y'all are going to be planning and going over stuff. What is left to be planned out? I feel like everything's done.
Well, you know what? It's just the final details. So I wanted to give a shout out to some of the people who really, really give and of their time and talents, and one of them is oh my gosh, I can't stand this. Okay, sorry.
Circle of Red Ladies?
It's the Circle of Red Ladies, but it is
We're having a moment.
Gosh, I'm so sorry.
It's
I can't
okay.
believe because you keep looking right at me like with your eyes, and I'm locking eyes with you.
I'm looking past you.
I know, look past me. The flowers.
Teresa.
Is she a
Teresa
florist?
Vinsel.
Yeah.
Yes, Teresa
I'm
Vinsel
so sorry, Teresa. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
with Hope Flowers and Vines.
Okay.
She donates every year.
Every year.
Every year she's donated the centerpieces, and we have 50 tables.
Yeah, and she every year. I mean, and we're talking every single penny. And she does beautiful things.
And we got some beautiful flowers this year.
I know.
Gorgeous.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
red and white.
Yeah, it's going to be a completely different. Thank you for that. I'm so sorry, Teresa. I'm so
Couldn't
sorry.
be that mind reader this morning.
Well, you
What
keep
is she
looking
saying?
at me. You have beautiful eyes, and I'm just
Thank
like,
you.
oh my God, he's staring right at me.
That's funny.
Looking at your lipstick.
They're rocking the red lipstick. Yeah. So a lot of people, you mentioned, her being a florist, having the business, and you with Robinette, the people that volunteer, they usually will maybe be working or have a family, and they still find the time to give back, volunteer, and have a good cause. So it seems like there's a good group of people.
Oh, yeah. We have roughly about 15. That's what's called our executive leadership and committee and team. And then we have probably, 25, 30 that are on the committees. And so, and it's a lot of the ladies like Tama and Darcy and Emmeline and all of these ladies. They've been doing this forever. Karen with One Stop. I mean, it's just like it's something that's a passion for them, because a lot of us with businesses will do things because we want to do it and get our name out for our business. This is not like that. This is more personal, and it's something that they really commit to, not only their time, their talents. They donate, and they give back to the community in a huge way. And for a small business owner, it's important to do that, to let people know you appreciate the fact that they do shop with you at a small business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
I have to say, real quick, because you keep saying Robinette, Wendy has a fabulous shop.
Oh, thank you.
What you got? Well, you mentioned business owner, and I wanted to ask. I was going to try and figure.
Yeah, you have to go check her out. Tell them.
Okay, it's Niche Design Market, and I am right in front of Cinemark, next to Misharu's and McAllister's.
Mm-hmm.
I have a home decor store. We do everything from I really focus on one-of-a-kind, handmade artisans. So my furniture is all done by hand, and it's just beautiful work. And I carry lines and carry things that you don't see in the Clear Lake area.
Yeah.
Sometimes even in Houston.
Is that something, do you do some of the custom pieces or all the custom pieces or get them outsourced?
I am very good at finding the people to do the custom pieces. But yes, we do have, I do have several different designers. I work with about 80 different vendors that have really done, like I have like a chandelier that's made from leather, you know.
You'll have to go check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I see some comments right now. This is from Josh. He said, I need some home decor. Me too.
Oh, hey.
So my house is like, the decorations are kind of like Sesame Street, toddler chic,
Hey.
Toddler chic.
toys everywhere.
We all have a phase in our life, and trust me, I totally understand that.
Yeah, I know my wife's like, we need to get shelves here and some other stuff. I'm like, for what? We're going to put toys? The kids are going to end up using it and everything else. But, it's nice whenever your house, at least when guests come over, throw all the toys under the beds and everywhere else, and it looks good.
Yeah.
Well, I have a grandson and a granddaughter, and they come over in our upstairs, and I call it, Paw Patrol, Peppa Pig, chic.
Oh, yes.
Chic. At least y'all are adding that to it.
It's a style. It sounds so much better whenever you say it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, it's not toys everywhere. It's style. Come on.
That's right.
I need to
toddler
apologize to Teresa Vansel again. I feel so bad. I cannot believe I
You didn't
blanked.
mess up. You just didn't.
I couldn't get it
wasn't
out.
coming out.
I couldn't get it out of my mouth.
I got
Yeah. All right. So let's see. We got about 10 minutes left or so. Is there anything else, like an event or I know there's the luncheon, and then you talked about even, Go Red and the event in Murray. Is there anything else that y'all have going on as well, or that we haven't mentioned yet?
Absolutely. If you come to our event, we have wonderful auction items. We have actually Robinette is doing a catered event on a sailboat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that cool?
That's
Isn't that
awesome.
cool? We also have rodeo tickets and a rodeo package. We also have a luncheon, private luncheon and fashion show at Tootsie's. Really cool items there. Also, I want to encourage people that even if you're unable to attend, to go to that website and you can choose the Open Your Heart, and $5. Whatever it is that you want to give, we would appreciate it, and thank you for even clicking on and going through the process. And so every little dollar counts, and we're very excited to be able to do our part to give back to our community, and all of the money that we raise will stay in the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very important for us.
Amy, what's the most interesting place that someone has had you cater with Robinette? Because a sailboat to me sounds like that's
know,
pretty
right?
unique, right?
Oh, I mean, interesting. Doors wide open.
Yeah.
I would probably say my most shocking catering that I did was
That's a better question.
I catered for Paula Dean, and I was given less than 20.
What?
I was given less than 24 hours.
So she ate your
oh yeah,
food?
you should have seen me, and I stood right there with her the whole time. I was like,
Were you nervous or confident, or
Oh,
a little
no.
bit of both?
Yeah, both. It was years ago, and I got a phone call and said, hey, from somebody that I had done business with, and he said, hey, I have a favor I need of you tomorrow. And I was like, okay. And he said, well, Paula Dean's coming in to open her furniture line at Dillard's, and we need a private room with you catering with her all day. I'm like, I'm there. I was like, whoa! I was so excited. It was fantastic. Her husband was there. There's a lady that walks around curling her hair the whole time and brushing it every move. Yeah, it was great. So that was but I've catered in places that, people say, I have the biggest kitchen, and I ordered $2,000 worth of food, and you get there and you're like, your little 2-foot table that you have there. So then you have to be very creative. So.
Yeah. Do you remember what you served, Paula Dean? What was the menu?
She had some particular things, like she had to have, this is before she became heart healthy.
Yeah.
She had to have potato chips. She had to have Pepsi. And so we have our famous sun-dried tomato spread. So I'm like, she's trying that. We made some peach iced tea and our chicken salad, things that, we're very well known for, but she had some particulars that she had to have.
Yeah, the chicken salad, that's what my my wife. So there's a family friend with my wife's mother, and it's kind of like an uncle, and an aunt with the couple, and that's what they always will bring: robinette, chicken salad to all of the get-togethers. Like if it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's. Like I didn't even know people did that growing up. I was just like, it's just another day. You celebrate, but then I find out there's all these special holidays, and it requires robinette, chicken salad at every single one of them.
That's the throwdown that they have. It's like we're going to throw it down.
That's funny. I met a lady the other day at speed networking, and she said, I have to tell you something. Your sun-dried tomato spread is the best. But what I really have to tell you is that my family for 10 years thought that I made it. And she said, finally, we were at church one day, and somebody said, where did you get this? And she said her husband was giving her the evil eyes, like, you cannot lie. We're in church.
I was like, I have to go to confession.
And so she was like, you just go over there to Robinette on Kirby, and you ask him for the sun-dried tomato spread.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I wonder, that probably happens a lot.
Oh, yeah. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get ladies that bring in their Pyrex dishes, and, I'm like, I know you went home and told your family you made those crepes last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm interested, can you tell me what's the speed networking? Because I've heard of like speed dating, but what's speed networking?
Speed networking was for, it was a chamber event, but it is, there's
like
tables, and one side of the table doesn't move, and the other side gets up, and you have 2 minutes to talk. And it's the loudest thing you've ever been to in your life when there's like 100 people in the room trying to yell and tell, I'm Amy with Robinette and Company. You're yelling, and then you get up and you move to the next chair and you say the same thing over and over.
Clearly, I would not do good at that. Just stare at them for 2 minutes.
That's funny. Just like, here's a card. Just take it. Right. You can throw it away later. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. It's kind of like that. To go back to the luncheon, it's kind of like that at the luncheon, because you start running into all these people that you know, but everyone there is wearing red. So then you're a little bit confused because everyone has the same clothes on.
Familiar.
But, everyone's there, and it's a great networking, fun event.
Yeah, I have one more question about your business, Wendy.
Oh.
So with Niche Design Market, located by Cinemark, by McAllister's, right?
Yeah.
I like McAllister's.
It's very good. Their iced tea. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I was introduced to Robinette chicken salad and McAllister's when I got married. Those are things I didn't even know. I'm just like, I just didn't have the opportunity. I didn't know. So whenever it comes to, I guess, like current trends and design and everything else, like if I'm trying to redecorate my house from toddler chic, or if we get out of the Peppa Pig phase, like what is a good idea for me? Like, I guess in your opinion or your style.
The thing that I always start with is, it needs to be, a design that's going to work for your family. So a lot of times people come in and go, okay, this is what's in style. This is the trend. But, what I try to do is work with what you already have. I would say the first big change that will make a big impact in a room is lighting. And so a lot of the houses, they have that standard light fixture and things like that. We really focus on the unique, different light fixtures. And then, of course, you then go with your rug, and it just kind of balances and kind of grounds the room. And then you can kind of work around that. Some of the trends that you'll see is, what I love is that it's so broad, because it just like with everything, you have your own personal style. And so I would definitely work with a client to work with what they already have. But I would say lighting.
Yeah.
And rugs actually is a good place to start.
Yeah. We just put it 2 days ago, 3 light fixtures that kind of hang down in the kitchen over the island, and it makes a huge difference.
Absolutely.
People the lighting purpose of what they serve, but then just like the style and everything else, it changes everything.
Yeah.
Because then we're able to leave the lights off in the kitchen and just turn those on, and it changes the whole mood and the atmosphere. Kind of helps us wind down, but you can still see.
Right.
So that's
and
pretty cool.
It has style, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. My wife picked
I
them.
don't think you're getting out of the toddler chic when you have a baby due any day.
Yeah, we were just about there. We have there's stairs at the house, and the little gate, and I was like, we could probably, no, I guess we can't. Well, he's not going to, I don't know. It's a boy, and he'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Trust me. Do you have a girl?
I have a daughter that's 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
World is about to change completely.
Yeah. It'll be fun. Yeah. So, okay, the luncheon. Can we remind everybody when it is? Where it is, what can they expect, and, what it's benefiting?
Okay, so our luncheon is benefiting the American Heart Association, the Go Red, division, if you will, and it is at South Shore, and it is on February 21st, and it is from 10:30 to 2. And what you'll see and what you'll get is a lot of fun, a lot of good times, a lot of good auction items, a wonderful speaker, education. It just really has a whole lot jammed into those couple of hours.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely a good time.
Is this going to be the best speaker in the history of the Go Red Luncheon?
Absolutely. I will answer that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the video, like a teaser promo video for your story, and it's very powerful. When is that going to be posted on social media?
It's my dad. It will be posted on social media. The teaser video for tomorrow will be posted to bring awareness again for Friday to Wear Your Red. And then the entire video will be seen at the luncheon, and I will also be speaking.
Okay. Yeah.
We also have other survivors, and they will be featured at the luncheon, and they are from 6 years old up to 80.
Yeah.
That, we try to focus on. It can be a 20-year-old, a 30-year-old.
Just to show the range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if you help me make sure I see those videos, like I know I always, scroll the feed and stuff, and I look for things that I feel will do some good, but I'll share them out from
Okay,
thank
I'll
you.
tag you tomorrow. Yeah,
Definitely.
that would be great.
Thank you for your support.
Yes.
I do appreciate that.
Yes.
So if you're going to come to the luncheon, make sure you go get you a little red outfit. And it's not just for women. I know we say that a lot, but my dad will be there. So there will be.
Everybody's invited.
Everyone is invited. Everyone's invited, definitely. And if you have time tonight, we'll be at Marais in Dickinson. Fabulous restaurant. Lots of support for American Heart Association. And it starts at 6:30.
6:30.
Yeah.
6:30 at Marais. All right, so right now it is 9:30. This is KHEAradio.com, 99.5 FM. If you're watching on Facebook, smash the share button. Let some people know what's going on right here in our area and how you can get involved and make a difference. Thank you all so much for hanging out today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
All right, Facebook. Again, you can share this out. Share out I know we're almost done.
woo.
We're almost there.
Smash it. Now that's
Smash the share button.
Smash it.
Break your phone screen. Go buy a new phone, and then let me know once you get that screen replaced. Okay.